Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be showcasing to you the new updated TEC-9 buff. If you're new, and leave a like on the video if you enjoy. As you guys may know, they updated the TEC-9 in the new patch and they gave it a full auto repeater. Now before it started off as single fire, then you could do this and have burst fire. But now you can have full auto, which makes things much better. But as you see here, it does give you negative 18% damage, which I don't know if it's even going to be better, because when it had burst fire it was terrible. Like, I don't know, it was just terrible. But now is full auto, should be better, but it also does negative 18% damage, so that may make it worse overall. But either way, we're going to test it out. I haven't tested it in the zombies yet, and hopefully it's good. It may or may not be, but I'll be testing it for you guys to see if you guys should unlock it or not. Okay, I'm going to be loading it into Die Maschine, mainly because it's way easier to test weapons on Die Maschine. Okay, so I just spawned in, and with the variant I have, it looks pretty cool. I'm just going to stay here until around 7 or 8 or maybe 9, and then I'm going to turn on power, and then I'll come back after that and start showcasing it at Pac-a-Punch 1. Okay, so here we are on round 8, and I'm Pac-a-Punching it for the first time, obviously, and it looks cool, I guess. I mean, I don't really like the orange, but it does look cool with Pac-a-Punch. It covers the magazine and everything. And I'm going to be showing this on the Megaton round. I'll be showing it against hordes, and then I'll be showing it Pac-a-Punch 2 and all of that. So stay tuned if you want to see that. Okay, so here we are, and we got the Megaton right over there. And Pac-a-Punch 1 without Ring of Fire. Yeah, it shreds, but most guns do on this round. You see there, it's immune, and it's gonna be about the same for the split Megaton. Just gotta wait for it, and yeah, the recoil is actually, it's pretty bad on this weapon. I mean, for an SMG, you usually don't have recoil like this. It's not terrible, but it makes it hard to hit heads. Yeah, it's still shredding now. I mean, it's round 9, so take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, in round 9, it clearly shreds megatons, and against hordes, I'm pretty sure it's a one-shot headshot right now. So without stun grenades or ring of fire, yeah. So yeah, it's clearly able, and it's clearly viable on round 9 and 10. It's Pac-a-Punch 1 on round 9, so I mean, that's not really saying much, but the recoil is a little uncontrollable. Not uncontrollable, but a little weird and a little shaky. But once we get Deadshot Daiquiri, that'll probably not be as big of a deal. And when you're shooting against hordes, it won't be as big as a deal, because you're not trying to shoot one head. There's like 20 heads, and you just need to hit one of them. But against Megatons, it will be harder to kill them with the recoil. Okay, so here we are. We're getting our weapon Pac-a-Punch for the second time. And as you see, there is a Megaton here. Okay, so I'm going back up to, oh, okay. So you see here, we got a Megaton right here. And yeah, it just shredded round 13, second Pac-a-Punch. I mean, how would you expect? Those are your expectations. So it's not exceeding expectations. I mean, it did only take like 6 shots. But really gonna have to see when it's like round 30 and up, because those are the deal breakers. Yeah, it shreds. As long as you hit in the head, I mean, even if you don't hit in the head, it does pretty good. You see there, I got stuck there a moment, but I still managed to kill it before it killed me. And yeah, that's that. I'm going to show what it's like when I have zombies hoarded up in round 14, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so I do got most of them hoarded up here on round 14, second Pac-a-Punch. Yeah, it's the same as before. I mean, one-shot heads them. I didn't think it would be that good coming in because of the minus 18% damage, but so far it's holding up pretty well. We're only around 15, but still, I mean, holding up very well. Okay, so it's round 23 and I'm about to Pac-a-Punch my weapon for the 3rd time. And if you're wondering, it's still a one-shot headshot against normal zombies. It has been struggling against armored zombies a little bit, and now I'm also upgrading it to the purple tier. But it has been struggling with armored zombies. It's still a one-shot headshot though. And now we are finally getting 3rd Pac-a-Punch, and it looks very cool. Okay, so I got a horde here, and there's like 1 or 2 armored zombies. I'm gonna wait to get closer, and as you see here, it's shreds of hordes. It one-shots them, and it like 3 shots, I think. I think it 3 shots that armored zombie. So as you see here in round 23, it's pretty good. I'm not sure how this is gonna hold up in the higher rounds. I don't think it's gonna be a great high round of weapon, mainly for the fact that it's probably not gonna be good against armored zombies once we get into the higher rounds. Okay, so we have a megaton in this round. I'm trying to get it so I shoot the megaton without shooting other zombies. And yeah, it's shredding megaton, not as much as earlier, but it's still shredding it. I mean, if you use Ring of Fire, you should be able to shred it. And you should have Ring of Fire, so this is my first test with Ring of Fire. And yeah, it just like 4-shot it. And I don't know what happened to the other one. Yeah, well, I killed the other one, I didn't even notice it, so it tells you how quick I just killed it. So without Ring of Fire, killed it in a few seconds, and with Ring of Fire it killed it immediately. So if you're going to use Ring of Fire, then it definitely is very good against megatons and hordes. And I'm gonna play here until about round 40, then I'm going to showcase it again, and stay tuned for that. Okay, so here in round 35, and it appears that it's not a one-shot headshot anymore. I just saw there. So we're going to be testing this now that it's not one-shot headshot, and see how it holds up. It is pretty early, but not super early, to have 2-shot, 3-shot headshots, but this weapon has impressed me so far, but I'm not sure how it's going to hold up from this point on. With Ring of Fire, it's going to be good, obviously, but you're not always going to have Ring of Fire. So I recommend using stuns or decoys, so that's what I'm going to do here. As you see here, it still shreds, but you can tell the difference. Like, you can just feel it. Like, I normally would have killed that entire horde in that 1 stun, but now that it doesn't one-shot headshot, I killed roughly half of it. So yeah, it's still viable around 35, but it's starting to fall off. And after this round, or after round 40 or whatever, it's probably not going to be viable, especially on when we get the sprinters. That's when it's gonna really be not just not viable, it's gonna be unusable in those rounds. So this weapon is very good up until round 40, I'm gonna say, and if you want to keep using it after that, go for it, but don't expect a lot from it. And we haven't got a megaton yet. Once we do get a megaton, I will show that off too, and then we're probably gonna end the video with Ring of Fire. It obviously shreds just like it would on any round, and any weapon would. So yeah, use Ring of Fire if you have it. Use stuns when you hoard them up, and that's basically all you can do on round 35 and above with this weapon. Oh, and use insta-kills too when you get it, honestly. One more thing is the hit bar in this thing is actually really good. I mean, it's not like something like the best in the game, but you don't even have to ADS most of the time, because the on ADS hit fire is so good. I mean, that's just me firing in a straight line, don't count those. But yeah, that's just me firing in a straight line. I mean, it's very good, and it's faster going like this than going like this. Okay, so I finally got a megaton. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I'm gonna stun them. Yeah, it doesn't look to be that effective. I'm gonna take out these zombies first because kind of in the way. So without zombies in the way, this thing, yeah, it's not that great. If you don't have Ring of Fire, it's not that good anymore. You see here, yeah, it's taken a while, and with it doesn't have great recoil, so without good recoil, it makes it even worse. I'm probably gonna go down here, but yeah, it's just not that great. And it will kill it. It's not like unusable, but it will kill it. But once they split, it's gonna be much harder. It's not good against megatons at around 35, just pretty simply. Yeah, I would recommend using a ray gun or just a better weapon. This thing, once it's not one-shot headshot anymore, it falls off very fastly, and once it's not one-shot headshot anymore, it's not viable anymore. That was the only reason it was really still viable, and it just kind of fell off a cliff in terms of how it performs. And yeah, I'm having a tough time killing these things without going down. I mean, and it's running out of ammo too. I would use Ring of Fire. I don't have it right now, so if you don't have it like me, it's gonna be a real struggle. If you do have Ring of Fire, I would 100% use that. It's really, I mean, this is taking forever. It's not like I can just stand still and shoot it because there's zombies all over me, and that's more realistic. You're not just gonna be able to stand still and shoot megatons like I am right now the entire time. You see here, I'm not even hitting it most of the time. Like, my accuracy is bad because the recoil is pretty bad. But if you do have Ring of Fire, it will shred it, but that's not anything for the weapons. That's just Ring of Fire being good. So if you do have Ring of Fire, use that. It will for sure be what keeps you alive. And I'm going to Exfil on round 40. With this weapon, I wouldn't be surprised if I go down and die, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so it's finally time to Exfil. Not sure how this is gonna go. I had a megaton like 2 rounds ago and it did not go that well. I don't have a chopper gunner. I actually meant to buy one, but let's see how this goes. So there's 63 of them, as you see. Even with Ring of Fire, it's not really doing anything. Okay. Not even Ring of Fire can save us. Okay, so I gotta kill these while I have Ring of Fire still active. Oh my god. Okay, so we ran out of Ring of Fire. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I'm not gonna use the C4s just because. I should probably kill these first. Okay, in this situation I would use the C4s, but making a video on it, so I can't really use the C4s. Okay, the rest of them are just crawlers and a megaton. I actually didn't think we were gonna get this. Oh lord. You see, it does do really bad against heavies, and we almost didn't get that just because there's 4 heavies on the ground. Even headshot really didn't do much, but I also didn't think we'd be able to exit there, but we did. Kind of surprised me there, but it's really bad against megatons and armored zombies. But overall, it's good until round 35 where it stops one-shotting, and after that point, it's kind of a terrible weapon, not gonna lie. I had to use C4s against hordes because using the weapon TEC-9 wasn't effective enough, and it would have taken me forever. But yeah, leave a like down below if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below what your thoughts are on the updated TEC-9. Also comment down below if you're gonna use it or not now that it has full auto. and tell me what other topics you'd like me to cover, and yeah, I'm out.